Future of the World, Alternate History of the World series. It's been a while since we did it, but Communist France seizes the opportunity and declares war on Britain, seeing a weakening of Britain as an opportunity to take some former lands back. With Britain not being in the best of spots. And, well, this opportunity leaves France seeking it. Because the new French government declared they would gain back all the former lands. And while this is where Britain faces a huge problem, after seeing that happen, Irish decide they can revolt too. And they rise up in many different locations. They push up the coast. The British government, unable to slow these, ends up having a Scottish rebellion. Well, that's what happens with a Scottish rebellion. And while seeing this, well, British communists rise up with help from France. They swoop into these areas with Welsh rebels popping up. And well, they do that, and then we have Cornwallish people revolt. I don't know why Cornwall would revolt, but Britain is seeing one of its biggest threats ever. And I think this might make a good thumbnail, so I might use what it looks like right now for the thumbnail. Well, in a bit. I think this is almost the best spot to have it with the communists, British communists, getting to here. And well, news. But at this point in France, they have a war annexation. Along with annexing these two territories. And more of Britain. At war annexation. Not very common in a Wild Mapper video, I tell you. And, well, that happens. But the communist France lands to help the rebels. Little do these rebels know, communist France is trying to take some lands. But communist France goes along with it because, well, who was helping them? France. Well, the Soviet Union starts sending some aid. And then the Irish rebellion says, we want potatoes. No, I'm kidding. Because that was 1849. Correct me in the comments section. And yeah, this happens. An encirclement with Britain firmly and decisively defeated in many battles. They eventually lose in the Battle of Cork, which kind of sends them down the rotten way. And then they lose Galway. Yeah, why do I know? They already lost Belfast. I forgot about Belfast. Don't tell the Northern Irish that Ireland has it. Well, actually, I think a civil war in Ireland let Britain take it over. That's sad. With the Scottish rebels seeking more land and seeking quick expansion, they started expanding quickly. With these Scottish rebels starting to rise up in many more locations, which they eventually do this. With the British family with Britain forced to flee these lands. Looks like authoritarianism is taking over this world. After Ireland gains its independence, which it does now after signing a treaty with England, they take it. They don't hold any chances about losing it. Yeah, they probably could have gained more land, but they didn't take it. And I'll be back with its independence. Well, this is just a Wild Mapper video. So Scotland does gain independence. How many videos of Wild Mapper has Scotland gained independence? Wales and Cornwall. You must think I hate the UK, but I don't hate them. Reasons why I dislike them, I could say, but I'm not going to. That's why would I? It's a waste of time. The United Kingdom killed enough Irish people. I can't put up with it. Like, how come Ireland is a punching bag, Hungary is a punching bag, Poland is a punching bag, Finland is a punching bag, and now you are. Well, you look very cool, actually. This is how cool Ukraine. It's much cooler than the scary communist USSR. And Iran is helping them. And then we have Turkey, who just became Super Turkey. Yep. And with the Civil War in England, eventually people in Wales and Cornwall are tired of fighting. So they basically say to Britain, yo, peace. Peace out. Actually, they're not that nice that they give them some of their occupied lands. No, Wales, you're not nice. Well, you may be, but you have a dragon, just like the cool places. I hope you would keep using that. Well, Britain has cemented its fate as becoming communist. Because people are now angry with their new government for letting all of this go. They're just as angry as with King John. With France taking this opportunity to take London. And it's a big victory because they failed during Napoleon, but they take London in this timeline. And this is not Kaiserreich. No. Wonder what did happen in Kaiserreich. Yeah. And this is where the the communist forces push across. But the people are saying that they might need to give up land and are not proud that they're going to have to lose land to someone else as they take out England. But France says, due to my help, I want some land. And then Britain's like, oh, really, France? You have to be that greedy? And France is like, well, I'm France. And like, I took London. Who failed to take London? You. Ooh. Roasted, they say. But then they're like, hey, United Communist Kingdom, want to join us? Me and the Soviets? Which they're like, sure. Spain's independence sovereign area. Well, this is France, who kind of decides they're going to invade someone. Brittany. Well, I was thinking I'd do a few civil wars in this video, but I'm not getting the same as I came in thinking I would do. You know, not all the time do you do what you think you're going to do on YouTube. No. It goes other ways. It can go sideways, up ways, down ways. You should understand YouTube. And, well, they go to war with Brittany. Well, I didn't imagine that this would happen. And yeah, they push into Brittany. They push up here. They stall out, but then they continue. They do this. As France succeeds in this, forming the French. Well, Spain is okay with its lands lost. It sees its biggest fear of France, which it basically is thinking of Catalonia as a way to protect themselves. And you know who else has a communist revolution? Yugoslavia. I'll be thing again because, well, something happened. Oh, I said a bad word. So I had to restart this with communists pushing against the government and the nationalists pushing against the government. Also, I'm thinking I'll do an animation war video. It will take a while to create. And while that's happening, they start having huge success in the South. Their goal is to try and knock out all the invaders. With their new ally, the Yugoslav Empire, joining in and starting a campaign. And they get down to Albania. With communist forces on the brink of collapse, they end up like this. And then, well, the other two pockets just fall. And are split between the victors. And them starting a campaign against the nationalists. With Bulgaria seeing this as a possible threat, they invade. With the regular government just doing that. But their peacekeeping forces continue in. The goal of the peacekeeping forces is to take over everything. And also, Yugoslavia kind of looks like a bird, this one. Doesn't look like Yugoslavia, but it looks like a bird. And this happens. It's not really great. It's pretty not great at all. So they get pushed back on multiple fronts. And the government dies. And now these guys have a new ally. And everybody's happy. Well, really. Except them, who basically tell Italy this looks ugly and that they should have it. And basically, Italy accepts. And then they're like, basically, now they use that new. And yeah, Algeria is independent. With Nejd finally getting all these lands united somehow. They invade the Ottoman Empire. I have a lot of scattered islands. I'm pretty sure I put them out to here with islands. Would this be correct? I haven't been working on this, series for a while. We haven't. I will do Dictators No Peace in the future. My goal, I'm going to tell you now, is to get 100 subscribers before... I want 100 subscribers before... I want 100 subscribers before Christmas, but before the New Year's at the latest. And they push into the Israel or Palestine. And they start having major success. They start pushing towards the Suez. But they continue to go bad. They cut off the Ottoman Empire into two. The Ottoman people start seeing the threat getting bad. Communist coup was attempted, fails. But this is where Saudi Arabia stopped up here. Yeah, this is how bad the stop is. They get pushed back to this lake, and the lake gets completely put back under control. They push down to here. Revolts stop being likely. And that one coup has put the Ottoman Empire back into action, but didn't succeed. Still the Ottoman Empire as we know it. And they push over towards Saudi Arabia. And the success continues. They're starting to fizzle out here with strength. Well, this is Najd, Saudi Arabia. Let's say Saudi Arabia was created. And these lands are now encircled. Yeah. Saudi Arabia isn't doing so well. With them starting to push into Arabia. And they have this one last push. And they shove Saudi Arabia out. Saudi Arabia is not in a great spot for negotiations. And while they start having problems on multiple fronts, peace starts to be seen as an option, which they accept. A harsh peace treaty, kinda. Unfair treaty, yes. A fair treaty, no. And they annex these lands. It is excessive for how much they occupied. But they don't take any war reparations. They were going to take a small amount, but with war reparations. And they said if they took the worst deal, they would get what they wanted. They wouldn't have to pay war reparations to lose a bit more land, become an Ottoman puppet. Or they had two choices: become a puppet of the Ottoman Empire or join their alliance, which they choose the latter. Now they also get a pro-German government, which this is kind of what Europe looks like in a very bad situation. Like, look at this. Russia wants these lands. France wants to come crashing in. Britain wants those lands back. Denmark just is sitting there being lazy. Iceland is chilling. Switzerland is eating its popcorn. You know what Switzerland looks like right now? He basically is looking pretty chill. This is what they look like. One sec. That's not what they look like. Yeah. You know what Switzerland is like? I think that looks pretty chill. How about you? Country balls. Take me home. To the place I belong. That is funny. Like, you have to agree, that's funny. How do you think of my YouTube short? Do you guess the flag? Like, none of you guessed. Do you all not know the flag? With a pact being signed, and they call it they name it the Iberia Pact, signed with Spain, Catalonia, Basque, Andorra, and Portugal. And they all team up. But somehow Ireland joins. So they call it the West League. And so does Iceland, because they're Western enough. With the Cold War here going on, raging on, they're basically trying to stay out. And I hope you're enjoying this video, because you should subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, 75, and they're special. We're 2 away from the 75 mark. We're 27 away from the 100 mark. So we're getting close, guys. We're growing much faster, too. Which is pretty great. We need to keep this progress up. We're doing a good job, guys. So please keep your progress up. It would be really appreciated if you guys kept your progress up. Please share this video to get more subscribers. Share it to your mom. Share it to your brother. Share it to your sister. Share it to your cousin. Share it to your crazy uncle. Yeah, crazy uncle. Yeah, that's mean. That's a mean way of phrasing it. Very mean way of phrasing it. Hopefully, yeah. Share it to everyone you know. Share it to your mom. Your mom. They know your mom is so mean she doesn't even subscribe yet. Ooh, burn! Wonder, did I make up that yo mom joke? I hope. And we have pumpkin seeds. Yeah, I have pumpkin seeds. You'll never see my face till you get 1,000 subscribers. You better get 1,000 subscribers. Because 1,000 subscribers, I get paid, guys. I get paid like 5 cents. But that's still being paid 5 cents. My mom told me when I got 1,000 views, she would pay me $100. I'm at 6,000, at 10,000 views, and she still hasn't paid me. Sad. I guess she was joking. Yeah. But YouTube doesn't pay till you get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 viewing hours. So, yeah. A verified account. And no community guideline strikes. And viewing hours don't count from shorts, I don't think, sadly. But please like and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Because we're getting close. Leave a comment. Comment on what flag, what is Switzerland feeling? They're like, oh, I think. Comment what's your favorite food. Comment what's your favorite drink. Comment how many glasses of water you drink a day. It would be cool to see. Comment if you want a certain video. I'd like to see what you will suggest. Suggest. Yeah, you should suggest something cool. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment. And that's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out.